to see you all, and I hope you're having a good Halloween so far. I've got these spiderweb eyelashes on. I don't know if you can see them, but I was trying to get a little spooky for you guys. We're just gonna dive right in and get started, just so we don't lose too much time. So, if you're not familiar with me, my name is Jen Waters, and I'm a registered art therapist. And I really like to lead these mindfulness sessions um, to be able to really work on mindfulness skills through art therapy. And it definitely helps migraine. So please, if you haven't already, grab a paper, any kind of paper that you'd like, visual art materials, pens, crayons, colored pencils, anything that you have on hand. You're not required to make art, but it's sometimes helpful. That's the point of the art therapy session. Um, so let's get started. We're gonna do about a 10-15 minute meditation. It might be a little shorter today, so we have some more time for the art making. Um, so I would like everyone to find a space, get yourself comfortable, make sure your microphone is muted. And you can feel free to put your video off. And just start by taking a breath. Breathe in and kind of just notice for yourself. Is your breathing shallow? Is it tight? See if you can identify where your body's at right now, where your nervous system is at. You can keep your eyes open or closed. If you keep them open, find a place in the room to soften your gaze and stare at for the next few moments. Notice any tension in your body. And I'd like to invite you into this space. And today, because it's Halloween, I really would like to focus on the masks we wear with a chronic illness. These settings that we're often in where our bodies and our nervous systems just do not feel okay. And when we struggle in moments where we feel like we have to be okay, and maybe we feel like we have to pretend to be okay. And so I would like for us to work today on being authentic and just lowering this mask for ourselves. It's okay to show up where you're at, wherever that may be in your body. I'll use myself as an example right now. I can feel my nervous system talking to me, the initial panic of getting everything set up, not having a facilitator today had me a little bit in a fluster, but I'm working on regulating my body. So just notice. It's okay. It's okay to be curious and to just notice what's coming up. And however you feel in your body right now, despite how uncomfortable it may be, it's okay to feel that way and you're safe. You're safe in your body. And it's also safe to really dislike whatever that uncomfortable experience is, if that's what's going on for you. Today, we're really going to focus on letting this go. What does letting go mean? Are there things that have happened for you over the past week or day or longer that you feel like you just need to let go of in order to move forward today? See if you can breathe into your body deeply. And exhale gently. Breathing in freedom and relaxation, and breathing out anything that you need to let go of. And maybe it's just letting go of that mask or that costume, that guise that we wear, trying to be okay with migraine, living like this and having these struggles. You don't have to pretend to be okay right now. You can just show up as you are. I want you to do a scan of your body and notice again those areas of tension or discomfort. And I want you to take a deep breath into those areas. You can imagine a color that you're breathing in, a color that feels particularly calming to you. Imagine that color is flooding your body, moving into the places that feel uncomfortable or tense, painful. And then you're exhaling and blowing out all of the negative, any distress that you're experiencing. It's okay to let that go right now. If there's any words or images, phrases that might be coming up to you when you think about letting go and what that means for you, see if you can take note of that now. If there's any imagery coming up for you, if there's any words coming up for you, see if you can acknowledge that for yourself. Maybe this is something that can contribute to or inform our art making. For this evening. Again, another deep breath. Consider that beautiful color that you're breathing in into any areas of discomfort. You're going to breathe out, release all of that stress, release whatever you're holding on to. You're doing something really important for yourself tonight by showing up and engaging in self-care. And there's all kinds of research evidence about the use of mindfulness for chronic migraine. Another deep breath in and release. Stay with that breath. When you're feeling ready, I'd like to invite you to return to our space together. And you can still continue your breathing with your eyes open. You can feel free to stretch a bit, gently, just kind of reacclimate yourself to your space and to our shared space together. If you brought some art materials with you today, now is a good time to explore this. So you can choose whatever colors you'd like, materials that feel comfortable for you. And I like to tell people that there's really no right or wrong way to be creative. And a point of starting this project might be if there was an image or some words, maybe an intention or an affirmation, something, anything that came up for you as part of this process that can often be a really great place to start. You could consider writing those words down or trying to create a creative depiction visually of anything that you saw, any colors that you experienced. Or maybe you could imagine the theme of the mask that we wear of being okay in situations when we're not okay. Sometimes you can imagine what that mask may look like, and you could create a creative reflection on that. So I'd like to give folks a few moments just to relax and to be in your space and create freely. And I'll keep checking in with you as we're doing this. If you find that you're judging your creative process at all, or it feels uncomfortable, just try to return to this idea and the philosophy that there's no right or wrong here. And this is for fun. It's Halloween, we're having fun. And essentially, what mindfulness is non judgmental awareness. So it's okay to be non judgmental about your art making and your creativity tonight. And it's okay if the lines that you are putting down don't look quite right or the color isn't quite right. That's okay. No one's judging you. This isn't something that you have to share. Just take note of whatever thoughts are coming up. I'll give you a few moments to create in silence. I'm going to turn my microphone off for a bit, and please continue for the next 7 minutes or so. It's okay if you don't finish it. I'll be back in a moment. Keep going. We have a few more minutes left. Again, noticing with curiosity what is coming up for you as you engage in a creative process. It will tell you a lot about where you're at, maybe what you need. Keep working for another few minutes or so. Again, if you're not done with your drawing or anything that you've created, it's totally fine. I like to encourage people to work on it outside of our sessions. And if you want to just sit quietly for the next few moments and kind of focus on the themes that we're talking about or any other relevant theme that's coming up for you, please do so. We'll take another 3 minutes or so. All right, in just another moment or so, you can start wrapping up whatever it is that you're working on and come back to our shared space together. And I would like to invite you to share your work or anything that was helpful or relevant to you today. Certainly no obligation to do that, but the floor is open. You can feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like to share a little bit about how you're doing or how this was for you, or even if you're doing something cool for Halloween, you can share that. I know it's a different time zone for all of us probably, but maybe Halloween's time is just beginning for some and starting to come to an end for others. But yeah, it's totally fine if no one wants to share. I would actually like to share something with you all before we leave. Um, let's see. I hope this works. Can you guys all see my screen? I just really wanted to share this slide. This is from Miles for Migraine. Really just some information about how to help keep our programs and services free for all. So if you'd consider donating, a single donation, monthly donation, anything that you can, it's really helpful and it contributes to this program to make it accessible for everybody. So feel free to scan the QR code on here, or you can also Go to the website milesformigraine.org/donate, or the Venmo is listed here for anyone who wants to consider donating. Again, certainly not an obligation, but just wanted to share that with y'all. And yeah, just before we wrap up, I'll ask again if there's anybody that wants to share anything before we end today. You're welcome to do so now. Christine,
Hi.
did you want to share? Okay.
I don't really have anything to share, but just to thank you for having these events. It's such a nice, healthy mix of the mindfulness and the art. So, yeah,
Yeah.
nothing to share, just, I guess in severe migraine mode, but thank you. And that's all.
Yeah, totally understandable. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, and I hope you feel better soon. I hope it helps just ease things slightly, you know. I know those
Yeah,
days can be really tough.
I have
Yeah.
something to share.
Okay, Jim.
Yeah, I'm having a significant migraine today,
Mm,
and this mindfulness exercise, significant by paying close attention to it, significantly helped mitigate it to some degree.
I'm really
So
glad to hear
thank you.
that.
As
Yeah,
as far as the art thing, it brought me back, given it's Halloween and everything. In relation
yeah,
to some weeks ago, I went with friends to see a play called Wicked in San
cool.
Francisco. And the words of those keep latching into my mind. And so this my mindfulness uh, sort of caught me into that as far as the one of the songs for that, which was for the song for good, which is what
Nice.
I would wish I had a chance to say to my late wife when I lost her. So this has been a very
Mm,
meaningful session to me. So thank you.
mm. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jim. And I'm glad it was meaningful for you. It sounds like it brought you to a place where you could really reflect on something that was transformative for you. So I'm
Yes,
glad
thank
to
you.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're feeling a little better. I'm right there with you. I'm also having some symptoms today, and sometimes these events really help me as well as the facilitator. So I want to thank you all for making it possible for me to be here too with you all. Um, anyone else before we end today? I think we did a pretty good job without having a Miles for Migraine ambassador with us. Um, and thank you to Helen for getting the account up and running for Zoom. Um, yeah, if that's all, then we'll end for today. And I just want to thank you all again, and take care. Happy Halloween. Please enjoy your evening.